926. That is Ben Graves. Ben also on a Yamaha. He's out of North Manchester.
Welcome to the 1993 Marion Indoor Supercross Championship Series here in Marion, Ohio. Tonight we kick off round number one. We're about set to get underway with our pro class. Right now some discussion is how we want to handle tonight's starting procedures and so much more with our American Motorsports staff. Now stand by, we've got 26 different classes to run 2 motos tonight, so we've got a whole lot of racing action to come your way. Also midway between tonight's racing action, we'll do an intermission. During that intermission, we're going to bring on some of the pro riders, put up $150 for grabs for the Indoor Supercross jumping contest tonight. So all kinds of action-packed racing still to come your way tonight here from the Marion Indoor Supercross Championship Series.
As they are side by side and now starting to move into some lap traffic. Scott McMillan is by with no problem.
A lot of these riders figure that a key factor tonight in winning and doing well here in the Indoor Supercross Championship Series at American Motorsports is getting off the starting line very, very good. Now, as you can see, these riders aren't going to have a lot of room. Not a lot of room. It's going to be very, very tight on the start. When they come off there, they're going to have a very short time to get into turn number one. Now, turn number one is very, very tight compared to the outdoors. Outdoors, you have so much more room. You can stay on the gas longer. It's going to come down to who wants it the baddest, who's going to stay on the gas the longest, and who's got the guts to hang in there, and who's got the guts sometimes to go into the wall. It's going to be very interesting when we have more than 10, 15 bikes headed for turn number one tonight as we get underway with our racing in round number one of this Supercross Series. Folks, down here on the floor, if you'll notice, our bulldozer is doing some last-minute track work. Now, what he'll be doing tonight is making sure that this Coliseum floor doesn't get too slick. We brought about 1,120 tons of dirt in here. It's kind of damp on the floor. It's going to pack quick. So his job is to make sure that it stays pretty loose over on this side and, of course, on this side. He'll try to cover the whole track as the night progresses. But what he wants to make sure doesn't happen, if you notice on some of the other portions of the track that the dozer hasn't been on, it's getting slick. It's starting to shine a little bit, and that's always a good sign that it's going to start getting a tad slick. So we'll bring him on, have him disc it up a tad bit, and that keeps things safe for the riders.
Supercross Series let out a lot of interested fans from northwestern Ohio, actually northern Ohio.
What we're going to do later tonight, we're going to get about halfway through our program. We're going to stop the thing and bring some of our pro riders out. These guys will be jumping across this thing. It'll be worth $150 in extra cash they can take home tonight. We'll do this each and every time we race here at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. We'll race tonight, tomorrow, and of course next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So watch out, the Coors Catapult's going to make you a believer in Supercross. These guys are going to be catching a lot of air tonight off this baby right here. What you see right behind me right now is our 125 pros coming out. We are just about set to get underway with racing here in round number one of the 1993 Marion County Supercross Championships. These guys aren't qualifying like the other riders do. Most riders qualify during the day before we get ready to race. These fellas are going to do it tonight, right in front of all the hometown folks who made it out to spectate tonight. So buckle up and hold on. These fellas are once again going to be qualifying. It's dog eat dog. If they don't qualify or finish in the top of their class in these heats, then they don't get a race in the main event tonight. So we'll have 2 heats of 125 pros, as will the 250 pros. These fellows will be out. Once again, the top finishers from each of these heats moves on to the main event, and of course we'll have a consolation class. So it's dog eat dog for the pro class. They're not racing for the money, or excuse me, not for the trophies, but for the money. Should be interesting. Started 2 minutes as we get set to race, or actually set to qualify with our 125 pros. The gate is down and into turn number one we go. And indeed, it looks like Tommy Collier has an early advantage. However, he is stuffed outside and a couple of pros out of shape. Everybody, it looks like, made it. No, we have a couple of down, and that may be Tommy Collier, the guy that I was going to be, actually said was going to be tough to beat. guy that I was bragging on just a few minutes ago. Number 4, Tommy Collier on that Suzuki. Tommy got off to a pretty decent start, then got tangled up and goes down again in some traffic. Excuse me, he made it through, but he's in the back of the pack trying to work his way up. Trying to qualify. It may be tough to do in this heat. He'll get to come back in the 125 Pro Consolation, but a tough break early on for Tommy Collier on that Suzuki. Bike number 4 is a guy to watch out for, but he's having his hard luck here in this first heat of 125 Pro qualifiers. We got to communicate. Kind of a disappointment for bike number 4, Tommy Collier on that Suzuki. Tommy, normally very strong. He had some problems in the first turn, made it through the whoop-de-doo section, then got in trouble in turn number 2. That cost Tommy. He's not going to qualify in round number 1. He'll come back in the 125 Pro Consolation to try and make it to the main. We bring on round number 2, actually heat number 2 of the Pro qualifiers. So buckle up and hold on. This is the second round of qualifiers for a 125 Pro class. As you can see, these riders are having a very tough time with what you would call a very tight track. Right now, that is bike number 312. That is Chuck Reed. He's got to be a favorite when you talk about this 125 Pro class. And right now, he is well on his way to winning this qualifying heat as he comes up and over the gorge catapult. These guys will be trying to qualify in 7 laps.
bike number 4, Tommy Collier on the Suzuki, and the guy on the Honda, number 11, is Chuck Reed. Those two guys are going to be battling it out dog eat dog to move on to the main event. Here we go. Out of turn number 1, that is Mike Morgan on the Yamaha. He has the early advantage up and over the course catapult. Morgan is your leader. Out of turn number 1, and he is quickly starting to open up some kind of lead as he shoots through the whoop-de-doo section once again and heads into the back portion of the track. Catching quite a bit of air, which is very, very common here on a supercross track. These guys probably spend more time up in the air than they actually do on the ground. Mike Morgan well on his way to moving into the main event. And what a way to do it by winning your qualifying heat. Looks like one of our riders having some problems down there in turn number 2. He's out and okay. Tommy Collier back there on that Suzuki, currently riding second. And right now we've got a real good race developing for the lead. It is Morgan and Rob. Morgan on the Yamaha, Rob to the inside on the Suzuki, and you've got a new leader. Bike number 72, that is Rob riding that Suzuki, leading the way. It is Rob, Morgan, and Collier, 1, 2, and 3 here in your 250 Pro Heat number 2 qualifying class. Once again, 7 laps this evening for your 250 Pros and your 125 Pro class. Even in the qualifiers, and still a good race out there in front between Roth and Morgan. Roth, Morgan, and Collier, 1, 2, and 3 as a white flag flies for these 250 Pros. Final lap around the Supercross style trap. Up and over the course, catapult, your leader goes. Down the front section and through the finish line, and your leader. And away he goes as Roth on the Suzuki. Down on the gate with 125 Pro rider and also 250 Pro rider Tommy Collier out of Chillicothe. In that first 125 Pro qualifying heat, you had your problems, Tommy. Got off to kind of a rough start. What are you going to have to do to get up there and be in the top of this class to make it to the main?
I'll just have to hit a good hole shot, and I'll just have to be consistent and not fall down again.
Wish you the best of luck. We're set to race with the 125 Pro Consolation class. Right off the bat, we got out to a good start, a clean start right out of the gate, and Tommy Collier is doing exactly what he said that he needed to do to win this race. Get off to a good start. He has done that, but he has quickly passed, as it looks like now his bike's having some problems. Tommy Collier is out of the race. What a tough break for Tommy Collier. I think that jump hurt him. He got up and over that, looked like that catapult, a little out of shape. And it looks like Tommy is really shaken up. That leaves the door wide open for bike number 914. That is Bear on the Yamaha. So right now, Bear is in very, very good shape to move on to the Pro Qualifier. Tommy Collier's really rattled. We'll try and get a report on him. Rod, the report on Tommy Collier down here on the floor is they think that he hurt his knee coming over the course catapult. He got up in the air and he came down so very hard, a little off balance, and he may have injured his knee. The medics are going to take a look outside. Maybe we'll see him back for the 250 Pro class, maybe not. One of our 125 pros a little out of shape. That is the Yamaha. He shakes it off. Not quite sure who that rider was. We'll try and get a name and number when he circles back around. But a tough break for bike number 7 as the white flag now flies for your 125 pros. And it's number 914. That is Bear out in front of this field of 6. And now we lose another 125 pro. So your leader on bike number 914 is Bear. And he'll head for the finish line, take the checkered flag, and get ready to race in this 125 Pro class, the main event that's coming up in just a few moments. Folks, what we've got down here on the floor right now is the final 3 250 pros that have failed to qualify. These guys are going to try and make it to the feature heat right here. They've got 7 laps to do so. Only the top 1 or 2 gets to go. The 250 Pro consolation heat is coming at you. Right off the start, it is side-by-side racing action in the 250 Pro class. After lap number 1, that is a Yamaha out in front. Bike number 7 belongs to, I believe that is Robinson. The guy chasing him down is Miller as Willis Grooms back there in 3rd. 1, 2, and 3, this is your 250 Pro class. Pro consolation. Two laps complete now in this Pro consolation and a couple of them down. Right now, folks, the race is between these two guys, LeMaster and Miller. Who goes on to the Pro race? It's between these two guys, dog eat dog, right out in front. 1 and 2, it is Yamaha and Honda. Yamaha and Honda 1 and 2, that is once again LeMaster and Miller. Battling for that position in the 250 Pro feature heat. Rod, I don't know what the problem was down here on the floor. The Master came across the finish line. I think he thought it was done. He still has a few laps to go. Right now, the advantage is Miller, unless Miller has some mechanical problems or goes down. He is going to move on to the Pro feature heat, and DeMastri will be finished. Tough break for DeMastri as he was leading this race. And now he'll have to settle for second place as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. So Miller on the Honda is on his way to the 250 Pro feature heat. I don't know what was going through Billy DeMastri's mind when he finished that line or came across the finish line on lap number 5, and he was headed for the doors. He had thought he had it won, and now he'll have to finish second. Miller will get the first place nod, and DeMastri finishes up back there in second. Down on the starting line with Chuck Reed. Chuck, out of Blanchester, Ohio. He'll be riding a Kawasaki tonight. Chuck is always very competitive in the 125 Pro class. And Chuck, you got off to a pretty good start, rode well. Here you are in the main event. What do you think you're going to have to do to win this main event tonight here in round number 1 of the Indoor Championships?
I just probably have to get a good start. I got a good start the last time. Hopefully I'll get another good start. That's what's gonna win the race, getting a good start. So that's why I'm gonna.
Well, Chuck, you've got a great starting position. You're on the inside. Is this where you wanted to be?
Yeah, this is where I want to be. At least this gate or a couple gates on up. But I'm pretty happy.
All right, Chuck. Well, good luck. We are set to race the 125 Pros. Chuck Reed has to be one of the favorites here at American Motorsports. I want to ease in here and maybe get a word with bike number 518. This is John Grew. John's going to be riding a Suzuki tonight. John all the way out of Sparta, Michigan. And John, you've traveled a long way to get here tonight. What's it going to take to win this 125 Pro class here in Marion tonight?
Well, we're going to have to get out of the first turn real good and then be real consistent through the whoops and keep it up, and just keep moving. I think it'll be all right.
And we get the word, fire them up, we're about set to race. Hold on, buckle up, you're going to need your seatbelts. These guys are racing for the bucks here in Marion tonight. These are the 125 Pros, ladies and gentlemen. How about a little noise tonight here in the Marion Indoor Coliseum? Into turn number 1 they go. Side by side, 3 bikes into the wall in turn number 1 as they come out of that first turn in this feature. That is bike number 90. Joshua Steele on the Team Green Kawasaki leading the way. Steele looks very, very tough right now. The guy trying to chase him down is Chuck Reed on bike number 312. One of the bikes into the wall on the far side. That is bike number 408. Willis Groove. Willis is okay, but the action is fast and furious. After those first couple of laps, it was still bike number 90, Joshua Steele, out of Dayton, Ohio, leading the way. Steele, followed by Chuck Reed on the Team Green Kawasaki. Back there in third, that is bike number 80. Bike number 80 is Jay Wagner. Jay on the Honda out of Warsaw, Indiana. Bill, Reed, and Wagner, 1, 2, and 3. Bike number 974, that is Chris Cart. Back there in fourth place, Chris riding the Suzuki. And oh, what a spill. Up and over the Coors catapult. I'm not sure who that is, but it looks like they're in pain, and now another bike goes down. 2 bikes into the track. Now Chuck Reed sees that Chuck is around, but that's going to allow Chuck to make up some time. A tough break for a couple of riders who went down in pretty tough position. Not sure who the injured rider is. He looks like he's okay. Sitting there just trying to watch the rest of this race. As the rest of these pros duel it out. Guy out in front of this field is bike number 90, Joshua Steele. He has led it since the first turn. And right now he continues to lead. Chuck Reed still back there in second place as they move into lap traffic. Feel a little out of shape. Folks, how about it for your 125 Pro feature heat winner tonight? This is Joshua Steele on bike number 90, the Team Green Kawasaki. Nice ride, Josh. You win the cash tonight, and you got off to the great start. And, of course, the guys that I talked to over there on the line before this thing started, they all agreed you needed to get in turn number 1 before anyone else. You did just that and didn't look back. You had Chuck Reed on your tail for a while, but you did nothing but increase your lead. Good ride.
Thank you very much. The start was kind of we had a little bit of a toss-up going on. There was a few ruts in the first turn, and we got that taken care of. I got the spot I wanted, and it all turned out the way I wanted.
On the gas all the way. What do you think about that Coors catapult catching some serious air over there?
Yeah, I got a little squirrely on that track, really, and it turned out to be a good track. It's a little soft in practice. It's working in pretty good, and it turned out just the way I wanted it.
All right, Josh, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow. Of course, you'll be back, I believe, am I mistaken, you're going to be back for the 250?
The 250, I was riding, something broke on it, so we didn't get a chance to get it together, but I do have a few people I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank Kawasaki, Team Green, F&S Kawasaki, Dunlop Tires, Pro Circuit, Scott, Bell Helmets, and Fox Racing.
Well, congratulations. You're number 1 tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
How about it one more time for Joshua Steele in your 125 Pro class? We are midway through round number 1 of the Marion County Indoor Supercross Championship Series. What all of these folks have been waiting for is tonight's jumping contest. It's going to be a blast with $150 to the winner. We've got 5 pro riders signed up. You got to be a pro rider to get in this thing. Now, taking a look at this jump right here, as you can hear to our right, the John Deere dozer is doing a little lip work on a jump right in front of us. Now, he has just finished on the Coors catapult. That is going to shoot those guys way into the air, and the guys who style and profile the most will probably get the most crowd's applause. That is what it's going to be judged on. Who gets the best response out of the crowd wins the $150 tonight in the jumping contest here at the Indoor Supercross Championship Series at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Marion, Ohio. Lucky contestant number 1 is number 72. This is Mike Roth, folks, and this is for the first one. Up and over and sideways, what do you think? Bike number 2. Bike number 2 will be number 518. That is John Grew, once again, Sparta, Michigan's own. In his first jump. Mike out of that turn and on the gas, headed for the Coors catapult. Joshua Steele fires up that Team Green Kawasaki. Yeah. Doing it on the one wheel and out of that first turn as he heads for the Coors catapult. And catches a little air. Once again, working on this first jump for each of these riders. To the outside he goes, and on the gas. Yeah. And to complete round number 1 of the jumping contest, number 974 is Chris Cart out of St. Albans, West Virginia. All right, what do you think, Chris? You gonna get him pumped up? How about a no-hander? Can we do that one tonight? Better not. We'll see what he's got up his sleeve. Yeah! You guys want to jump again, or you want to call her quits right here?
Let's jump again.
Jump again one more time?
Yeah.
All right, one more time. What do you guys think? One more time? Get one more shot? All right. One more crack at it. Let's see who drew the first pin last time. Who drew the first pin last time? Who jumped first last? All right. Mr. Roth will go first. Number 72, Billy Roth on the Suzuki. We'll get one more jump at it, folks. Watch closely. Get out of the way as they fire that Suzuki up. Once again, folks, $150 in cash on the line for the winner of this one. Yeah! Up next, ladies and gentlemen, number 518, here comes John Grew out of Sparta, Michigan. Little sideways activity for Mr. Grew. Number 90, here comes your 125 Pro Class winner. This is Joshua Steele on that Team Green Kawasaki. Yeah. Billy on the Yamaha. He had a real good jump last time. Yeah. Sideways, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the man with the plan, Chris Cart out of St. Albans, West Virginia. Yeah. All right, folks, we've seen some pretty doggone good jumps right there. And I tell you what we're going to do. You guys are going to be the judge. So you're going to have to make some noise for your favorite rider down here. $150 on the line. How about it for Billy DeMastri on bike number 7? What do you think? Joshua Steele on his Team Green Kawasaki. How about it for Chris Cart, bike number 974? You even called your shot. You did the no-hander, right, Chris? All right. How about it for number 518, Sparta, Michigan's own John Grew? That's all right. Just go fast, John. That's all that matters. Bike number 72, Mike Roth on the Suzuki. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the man that put all this together. How about it for Tab Thompson from American Motorsports? Tab's the guy that's making this indoor Supercross series possible, and Tab, what a tough choice. And I think we're probably going to have to maybe see one more jump out of a couple of guys. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think we'll take the top 3 there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in an extra $50 for second place now. So we'll go ahead and take the top 3 right here. First place will get the 150. Second place is going to get 50.
So we're talking about bike number 7, DeMastri. Also bike number 72, that would be Mike Roth. And bike number 90 is Joshua Steele. The cash is between these 3 guys right here. Knock yourself out. One final jump for Billy. Out of the turn and into the Coors catapult. That's going to be a tough one to beat. Joshua Steele's the man that's going to try it next on the Kawasaki. Up and over, and a one-hander for Joshua Steele. And bike number 72 is Mike Roth in his final jump. Headed for the Coors catapult. Some serious air time there, folks, and a one-hander to boot. Well, it's up to you guys. What do you think? I like them all, to be honest. How about it for bike number 7, Billy DeMastri on the Yamaha? How about it for my man on the Team Green Kawasaki, number 90, Joshua Steele? And last but not least, the guy with some serious air, bike number 72, Mike Roth. What do you think, Tab? That's a toughie. I think if you go by audio, you got to say DeMastri's the man with the bucks at this point. How about it? One more time for Billy DeMastri. One more time for Mike Roth. How about it for Billy DeMastri, ladies and gentlemen? He walks off with $150, and I tell you, that's some pretty neat styling there, my man. Catching some serious air. What's it like up there?
Oh, it's all right. It's nice.
Okay. All right, huh? No adrenaline or nothing like that, huh?
None at all.
All right. How long you been jumping and riding and romping around on these things?
4 years.
4 years, huh? Pretty good for just 4 years.
Thanks.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure, again, you're going to go for the cash tomorrow, right?
Yep, one more time.
All right, Billy DeMastri, ladies and gentlemen, your jumping contest winner. Mike, you walk off with $50. That's not a bad night's work for just getting out and playing around a little bit, is it?
No, it's a lot of fun. Hey, I owe a lot of thanks to Buck Cycle in Valparaiso, Indiana. If it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be here to do some jumping for you guys and have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Have some fun. We'll see you tomorrow. Mike Roth, how about it for all of our pro riders, ladies and gentlemen? Nice job. Right back up top as we get set to resume racing action here in the Supercross Series. Behind me here, the 250 pros, they are set to go, ready to race. They race just like the big boys, the 125 pros. They're racing for the money. Stand by, should be a good race. Watch out for Chuck Reed. The long shot in this race would have to be Bear, bike number 914. He did well in the qualifiers. He's expected to do well again. Here we go. Well, folks, that wraps it up. Nice ride for Chuck Reed in the 250 Pro class. How about it? Got off the gate, led it from start to finish, wire to wire for Chuck Reed. Good ride. Let's hear it for him. Chuck got off the gate, got into turn number 1, and just like the Joshua Steele did on that Kawasaki in the 125 Pro, you led it from wire to wire. You look pretty smooth out there.
Yeah, I got a good start, and that's the main thing. Get a clear view in front of you, and didn't have no trouble, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Had a good race behind you. Shannon Rhodes and I believe Mike Roth, bike number 72, were really dueling it out for second place. And I think that may have helped you because you pulled away a little bit as the race progressed. And those two dog-eat-dog battle back there behind you really helped you, and you pulled away and you look good.
Yeah, I see him coming up there at the end. I got hung up with a few lap riders at the end of the race, and I see him coming. But I'm just glad it was over.
We're at the 1993 Marion Indoor Supercross Championship Series here at American Motorsports. I'm J.J. Hale, and with me is James Eichel. James is 21 years old and from Grove City, Ohio, and a former rider here in District 11, and also I guess what we would say one of the locals along the line with American Motorsports for quite a few years. But right now we've lost James to the Camel Supercross circuit. He is currently racing fifth in the points standings in the Eastern Coast Tour. And tell us, James, that's a big step up from a lot of these district events here in the AMA. What's it like making the step up to the big time?
Well, it starts out to be really tough. You know, I'm finding out that I have to be in way better conditioning. I was running good at Orlando. I was running sixth. I got passed a couple times in the last couple laps where my conditioning wasn't up to power. And I've been working on that the last couple weeks, trying to get my, strength down where I can stay in the lead for a long time.
Tell us a little bit about your training regimen and how it differs from the amateurs.
Well, the amateurs, they're mostly doing it for fun. They come out with their moms and dads. It's really a family sport. I mean, my mom and dad, their whole life was racing. My whole life was racing. And the amateurs, I'd say that they don't really have to do much to train. It's supposed to be fun. I'd wait till they turn at least 16 or 17 before they really get serious about it.
Well, you're currently racing 10th right now, or actually you finished 10th in your last race down in Houston, Texas, and of course you're here for the weekend of racing in the Coliseum here in Marion, Ohio. Tell us, how do the tracks differ compared to a track like this? How do we compare to the Campbell Supercross Series?
Well, the Campbell Supercross Series it's a lot like this. It's a lot bigger, and the jumps are a lot bigger, and the whoops are a lot steeper, but just like in here at the Camel Supercross Series, you definitely need to get a good start. But everything's just blown up a little bit. In here, it's tight, and at the series, the jumps are a lot steeper, you fly a lot farther, and it's a lot more scary.
Well, we here at American Motorsports certainly wish you the best of luck in the future. Any future goals for James Eichel as you continue to race in the big time?
Yeah, I have a couple goals. This year I've fulfilled some of my goals. I want to be in the top 5 in the standings at the end of the year, and after 2 races I'm sitting in 5th. I feel like I've accomplished that goal so far, and I'm not going to try extra hard, to do, I'm not going to, risk getting hurt to try to move up. I think I'll just sit back and stay around the top 5, and then next year I'll go for the win.
Well, we certainly wish you the best of luck in the upcoming 1993 season.
Thanks a lot.
James Eichel from Grove City, Ohio, just one of the fine racing talents you'll see when racing with American Motorsports. A very successful night of racing as we bring down the curtain on the first ever Marion Indoor Supercross Championship Series. The first one in 1993, and of course the first of many races still to come in 1993 here at American Motorsports. Tough night, Tommy Collier out with a knee injury. Who knows when he'll see him back on the circuit. However, a great night for pro rider Chuck Reed, also a good night for Joshua Steele. Those were your two pro rider winners, and of course, a great job by Billy DeMastri in the jumping contest to entertain these fans. Got their money's worth, great night, and of course, plenty more racing still to come in 1993 here at American Motorsports. Well, what do you think of the racing action so far here in round one of the Marion Indoor Supercross Championship Series? If you like what you see, pull up a chair and watch. Here's more racing action from round one.
Down the floor again. Start number one. Each and every one of these fellas are on 50cc Yamaha machines. And out of turn number one, that looked like Kyle Snellgrove, I believe, with an early home shot. Couple up top of that, but up and moving okay. Well, this is a very tight track, but it should be pretty easy to maneuver around with one of those small machines. These guys are going to go several laps just like the big boys. Coming around for lap number one in the lead is number 5, Kyle Snellgrove out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada, followed by box number 7N, Chloe Browning out of Hideaway Hill. And in third place, number 9N, Chris Whitcraft out of Pickerington. That is Kyle Snellgrove. Kyle just completed lap number 2. He is out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. You're going to see riders here from as far away as Michigan, Indiana, even Illinois. A big Midwest event here tonight. Over 50cc's and down. He's up and okay. And moving right away. Up next, it will be our 80, 12 to 13-year-old age group. Ron? Bike number 7 in, Wheelie Browning coming up on lap 3 in the first out of Hideaway Hill. Followed by number 5, Kyle Snellgrove out of Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Watching, this is the real thing for these guys. These guys have worked real hard to get where they are today. They've had to go through qualifier after qualifier to get here to race tonight. This is their feature race. Many of these races that you see tonight will be features outside the pro class. So this is it. A tough day's work all comes down to one final moto for your micro minis. And right now the guy out in front is number 5, Kyle Snellgrove on that Yamaha. Leading this back and looking real smooth. The 1993 Indoor Supercross Championships at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. 17 of these micro stocks, and I don't know who's working hard. Or actually, who's working harder? Is it the kids on the bikes or the parents over here rooting them on? Tracks like this make it real easy for mom and dad to get out and about in the summertime to some of these motocross tracks that are a mile and a half, 2 miles long. Mom and dad are out there chasing them around. Make sure they have no problems. So during the summertime, don't tell the parents that they're not in shape at all because they're out there running chasing the kids. White flag is out, folks. What that represents is one final lap. One more lap for your micro mini class. The checkered flag is out, and your winner looks like a new leader. That is number 7 in. That is Willie Browning on the Yamaha out of Hideaway Hills, Ohio. How about a nice round of applause for all of our 50cc riders? Nice ride for all of these young gentlemen.
out of Newark, Ohio, came in third, riding bike number 22. Those, of course, unofficial results until we get the official tally. Coming up next, we'll have the 80s, ages 12 to 13. Riding in this class, we'll have on bike number 19, Joey Ballinger. Out of Newark, Ohio, number 45, J.R. Moore. Riding Kentucky, number 8. for second place is bike number 718, Jim Adams out of Ashley. And bike number 86. That's Roy Persinger out of New Bloomington.